So today I thought I'd let you in on some of Ireland's secrets. Shh. Shut the f*** up. I think Ireland's a lot like everywhere else in the world in that people who don't live here have this perception of it. And I think in Ireland the view is kind of like it's this storybook, magical emerald green place, and today I'm gonna burst your bubble. I love Ireland. These are just some fun little facts you might not have known before. Before I get into the video, do be sure to subscribe, otherwise your toe will fall off. That's a medical fact. Today's video is brought to you by longtime supporter of this channel, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a turn-based RPG done right, and if you don't know what that means, you missed the last video where I explained it. It's free to play, and now it's available on PC and can be played across devices. Challenge yourself to your edge in the ongoing tournaments, compete against the entire Raid community while fighting the Spider's Den, Ice Golem's Peak, the Almighty Fire Knight, or the Notorious Dragon, in order to win awesome rewards and rare artifacts. Now you can compete in a brand new arena tournament. Earn points according to your tier and win awesome rewards in the local and global tournaments. The Raid guys gave me my own special link, which, if you click fast enough, will give new players an exclusive welcome pack that contains 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and a free awesome champion. Adjudicato. Ooh, look at. Your extra rewards will be in your inbox for the next 30 days, so go do it. It's good. It's a good outlet for your brain head. You can just switch it off. Thanks, Raid, and on with the video. Coming in at number 10, did you know Ireland legalised drugs once for 24 hours? And I'm not even talking about the light stuff, I'm talking about the dark shiz. Set your mind back to 2015, the year that equal marriage was legalised in Ireland. What a progressive year, but not always on purpose. The government fudged up. Oh, they fudged up big time. So all of a sudden they found out the 1977 Misuse of Drugs Act was unconstitutional. There was a mad scramble to fix the situation, but you see, you need a certain amount of time for a law to pass. And that time is 24 hours. And so National Yolks Day was born. Yolks are what Irish people call certain pharmaceuticals. Everyone thought it would be a bit of a mad one, but actually it was on a Tuesday, so for most parts of society everything remained normal, but for a select few the crack was had. So funny. Coming in at number 9, it is not uncommon to find a legend of a postman. If you get an Irish postman on a good day, it's not unknown for him to deliver. Wait a minute, it could be a her. I've never had a female post person, but it could be a her. Anyway, it's not uncommon to find that they will deliver a letter which you just think is never going to happen. There are wild examples cited, such as somebody returning a key to a hotel with nothing but the stamp on it. Descriptions of people along with the county name has made it across the country to people. And speaking for my post people across the years, they've often managed to get a letter to me even if it doesn't have my house number on it or the house number's wrong. Irish post people are pretty legendary. Like, they're very good at their job. I won't even go into how they handle Santa letters, but let's just say they do make it to the North Pole. Next up, Ireland is host to the most connected island on the planet. Aranmore Island, home to 469 people, has the best Wi-Fi in the world. I can't even get internet sometimes when I go to the park, but Aranmore Island, you'll get it everywhere. One of our national mobile companies basically did it, I assume, for publicity, but also the people of Aranmore were delighted because it means that they're able to connect with one another really easily. Aranmore is now home to the highest speed connectivity, broadband and bandwidth in the world.
Do I have Wi-Fi in my car?
Go on, Aranmore. The next crazy thing that happens in Ireland is if a person dies, they are kept very close to your personage as a human, and we will bury them hella fast. It is not uncommon for somebody to pass, have their removal and possibly their funeral the next day. What's especially interesting is Ireland still does wakes a lot. A wake is when the person is kept in their home until they're brought for removal, and they're kept kind of on display, which makes them sound a bit like a meringue. It's not that. They're not a meringue. But people can just come and visit them and just have a little chat with them, and it's nice, and I don't know. I like that tradition. I think it's nice. I'm always really surprised when I hear about the passing of somebody in the UK or America, and a week later they're still talking about holding the funeral. Like, that's wild. When somebody dies in Ireland, this community of people that you didn't even know were around you suddenly just swarm in, and you have the person who knows how to organise the mass, the person who knows how to organise sandwiches, the person who knows how to put it in the paper. There is just a community of people around you that you don't even know are there, and they know how to deal with it. Some people just pride themselves on being that person. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. In my opinion, it kind of allows you to get on with grieving without having to worry about all those other things. The next crazy thing that you might not have been told about Ireland is taxis are crazy expensive. It is not uncommon for you to get into a taxi in Ireland and it will already be €6. There's a couple of reasons for this. There's a €2 booking charge. The initial charge for the first 500 meters or 60 seconds is €3.80. If it's after 6 o'clock in the evening, it's €4.20. So if you get into a taxi and he starts the meter, you already could owe him €6 without ever going anywhere.
What a ripper!
Not built into this price is the fascinating lecture you'll be given about politics. Listen, enjoy it, don't argue. Don't argue with the taxi person, don't argue. Next up, the longest place name in Ireland is... I'm gonna allow you a second to try and pronounce this yourself. Muckanaghederdauhaulia, and yes, I did many takes of saying that. The actual name is Muckanaghederdauhaulia, or Gauhaulia, it just depends on where you're from in Ireland, how you pronounce that. And when I googled what this meant, it means piggy between two seawaters. I double checked this is what it means. I think they're referring to a piggery where pigs live. I've never been, but yeah, that's the name of a place in Ireland. Next up, Ireland is home to one of the biggest matchmaking festivals in the entire world. Once a year, a bunch of people fly in to go to the Lisdoonvarnas matchmaking festival. Its legendary pairings are particularly popular with farmers.
What? A farmer?
And here's the funniest thing, there are a lot of people at that festival who claim they are the #1 matchmaker in the whole of Ireland. Nobody is claiming to be the #2 matchmaker in the whole of Ireland. Isn't that curious? Isn't it? Isn't it curious? But yeah, loads of things happen at this festival. There's games, there's discos, there's dancing, there's music, and people will take your picture, put it in a book, and give you a call when they've found you a match. I don't know, sounds interesting. Maybe we'll check it out on the channel sometime. The next crazy thing that you might not have known about Ireland, despite how I'm talking right now, Irish is the national language of the country. It is the primary language listed. And this is despite the fact that less than 2% of people can speak it fluently. Because it is the national language, you'll find that when you go anywhere in Ireland, all the street signs are also in Irish. And whenever you go on public transport, you'll find that they're always saying the names of places in Irish as well as in English. Here's an interesting one. If you are arrested, there needs to be a Garda present who can give you your rights in the Irish language. Now, most police officers in Ireland will know this off by heart. However, if there's not one around and you demand it, they have to wait for an officer to show up and be able to say it to you in Irish. I don't know if I would test that theory, but you could. Next up, the Angelus. I mentioned the Angelus in a video recently, but I think I maybe presented it in too normalizing of a fashion and didn't get enough what in the comments. So yes, the Angelus is something that happens on our national television station, RTE, every single day. And it's a time when the TV goes bong, bong, and the country gives pause and supposedly says a little prayer. But what I didn't emphasize was that some people, not all, the vast majority no, but some people will stop everything they're doing and fall to their knees to pray at the television. They'll say a rosary to the television. It's actually to God, but it looks like it's to the television. Many a generation has a grandmother who's made them stop and pray to the TV, and if you think that's regular, I think you're interesting, actually, to be honest. Stay weird. And finally, the #1 crazy thing that nobody tells you about Ireland is that if you go to a disco, oh, I don't know why I said disco, a nightclub, like a club, if you go clubbing, the last song of the night will generally be something ironic. They'll play anything that is just out of sorts with the room. It's just a thing that Irish DJs do. Often they'll play cathedral songs, maybe a bit of river dance. Just something to kill your buzz and make you kind of laugh at the same time so you don't get mad because it's just funny. I can't play these songs because of copyright, so I'm just going to give you a little rendition. Never forget where you're coming from. She walked across the dance floor, she was dressed to kill. She was a sexy lady, she had to get her thrill. How'd she get it? How'd she know? And all the music that beat the disco, she was on for the night. She was in for a fright. Stand by. Do, 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 do. Are we high? You're welcome. But yeah, those are some crazy things that have happened in Ireland. Let me know something weird about your town that nobody knows. Do be sure to go check out Raid. It's good crack and they've helped out this channel a lot. Bye. And I can speak, and I can one of our national, and this is despite the fact that less than 2% of people speak it. Muckanaghederdauhaulia. 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 And when you're on public transport, because it is the first language, you'll find all street signs in Ireland are Because it is the first language, you'll find all street signs in Ireland are also in Irish. And when you go on public transport, why do I keep saying transport?